When the evening settles and the day grows still, stories rise softly from memory's hill. These are the letters we carry inside, stories of love, loss, and pride. Welcome, my friend, to Porchlight Letters.
Hey, kia ora, Helen Brimes here, coming to you live from Waikanae Beach in New Zealand. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2428. Today we're going to be talking about we're answering the question, how do I handle emotional or traumatic memories? It's a very important topic because some people go through a lot of trauma in their life and others do not, and my document is not moving. Oh, there it goes. Oh, phew. Okay. Sorry, I've had a moment where my notes were not working. Ah, there we go. I think I got it now. Okay. All right, we got it now. Okay. So our how do we handle emotional or traumatic memories? Some stories carry weight, and that weight deserves care. Create a safe and supportive environment. Emotional stories require a calm and respectful setting. Let the person know they can stop at any time. Safety allows difficult memories to be shared without pressure. And this is hugely important because some people might feel like they're under pressure that they have to tell the story. And you're just saying, no, you can relax. You can take your time. If you don't want to talk about it, we'll move on to a different topic. Listen without interruption. Allow the storyteller to express their experience fully. Interrupting can break emotional flow or make them feel unheard. Active listening shows respect and empathy. When you're active listening, you can take quick notes of something you might want to come back and clarify. But again, do it calmly and respectfully for them as well. Just say something like, in here you mentioned this. Could you put, what does that actually mean? It could be a word that they use that you've got no idea what it means. Ask them. So acknowledge emotion without trying to fix it. You do not need to solve or correct emotional experiences. Simple responses such as that must have been difficult can validate their feelings. Acknowledgement is often more helpful than advice. Yeah, don't go giving advice on something they've already been through, they've already dealt with. They don't need you dredging it up and dragging it through the mud, so to speak. Just allow them the space to be heard and make sure that they just a simple response that must have been difficult can validate their feelings, and it can help them feel relaxed as well. Allow space for pauses. Silence can be an important part of processing emotion. Do not rush to fill it. Pauses give storytellers time to reflect and continue when ready. There's times when you will hear people talk, just general people talking in the middle of a speech, and all of a sudden they get overwhelmed with emotion. It's not that they can't remember, it's just that they are so overcome with emotion that they need that pause, they need that deep breath. You've seen me do it here at times where I've actually started crying at times on this thing, and I literally cannot talk when that happens. And so I just need that pause, that moment, just to gather my thoughts together, to take a deep breath, to let myself know that I am safe and I am okay and I can get through this. They need that same sort of validation, but you can be supportive by just sitting there with them. And if they start apologizing, just say, no, you needed that moment, and I'm more than happy to give it to you, to allow you that moment. You needed that moment. We're not going to rush through this. We're taking our time. And again, let them know that must have been difficult. And even acknowledge that this must be difficult for you to share. Would you like to continue with the story, or would you like to move on to a different topic? Give them the option to move forward. Don't make them feel pressured that they have to move forward. Know when to stop or redirect. If the conversation becomes overwhelming, it is important to I should read my own notes. It's important to gently shift focus. Protecting the person's well-being is more important than completing the story. Interviews can always continue at another time. If you notice there's long pauses and they're becoming overwhelmed or they're becoming agitated, just turn and say, hey, let's just take a breath. What say we take a break, have a cup of tea or coffee, or hey, let's Would you like us to move on to a different topic? Would you like us to call it a day? Allow them the choice. Give them the options and allow them to choose. And why this matters is because handling emotion carefully preserves dignity and trust. They're going to trust you more if you give them the space that they need when they need it. And the practical takeaway from this is to listen with empathy and allow the storyteller to guide the pace. Don't you rush them through with the interview questions. Allow them the space because they are the storyteller. They are doing you a favor by sitting down with you to tell their story. It's not their privilege to have you come in and interview them. Okay? It's them telling the story, so you need to give them the time and space to do that. And in closing, stories shared with care carry deeper meaning. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Hei konara.
The stories we carry stay bright through the night. A small steady glow in the fading light. Stories of love, loss and pride we share until we meet again.